Guys, welcome to my channel. Today, bumisita tayo dito sa MIAS 2023 sa World Trade Center to see kung ano yung mga naka-display na kotse. Based doon sa mga press release na nabasa ko, mukhang this year it will be dominated by the Chinese car manufacturers. So, titingnan natin kung ano yung mga bagong models ng mga Japanese or Korean car manufacturers and then yung sa mga Chinese. As we all know, China is the biggest car market in the world today. Na-overtake na nila ang Amerika. So, halika, samahan niyo ako. Una kong nakita itong Jetour Dashing. It's a 5-seater compact crossover and powered by a 1.5-liter turbo engine with 156 horsepower and 230 Nm of torque. Ang price ng this model is 1.32 million. By the way, ang Jetour entered the Philippine market just recently. It is a member of the Chery Group. At that price level, mukhang attractive siya. Maganda yung interior, which is typical sa mga Chinese cars today. So you would see na yung design ng mga Chinese cars has progressed tremendously in recent years. Aside from the dashing, meron silang less Spartan na X70 nameplate. Available yan sa X70 Journey, X70 Travel, X70 Sport, and then meron ding X70 Plus. You would also see na malaki yung gulong niya. I think this is about size 19. Itong compact na crossover na ito is 7-seater and 1.5 liter din yung kanilang engine na turbocharged na 156 horsepower din, mated to a CVT. Yung X70 Journey na entry-level crossover, ang price niya is 1.1 million, 156 horsepower, mated to a CVT. 1.5 liter yung engine niya na turbocharged. Part of the Jetour line is the QQ Ice Cream electric vehicle. Ang price ng model na ito is 700,000. Bali, 2-door siya, can carry 4 persons, 27 horsepower, tapos ang top speed niya is 100 kilometers per hour. They say this model can go up to 170 kilometers on a single charge. Okay na rin, di ba? So we can say it's the cheapest electric vehicle in the Philippines today. Then nakita ko rin yung BYD. Ang ibig sabihin ng BYD is Build Your Dreams. It's one of the biggest electric vehicle manufacturer in China. Alam nyo ba, BYD delivers more battery electric vehicles in China than Tesla does. In fact, in 2022, BYD sold about 911,000 electric vehicles in China. That's a market share of about 20% of all battery electric vehicles sold. In comparison, Tesla sold about 440,000 vehicles in China, capturing roughly 10% of the market. So you can see here the interior ng mga BYD models, ano? Futuristic sila, maganda yung interior. Although yung quality ng mga plastic materials, parang hindi pa rin kasing ganda ng mga Japanese cars. Although pagdating sa interior design, mukhang advanced na yung mga design ng mga Chinese-made cars. You can see sa mga contour ng mga seats, yung layout ng dashboard, pati yung mga center console. But tingnan mo yung mga yung mga materials nito, itong parang switch niya, parang may pagka-plastic din. And then ito, plastic na plastic. So hindi siya ganong ka-tactile compared with the Japanese or Korean cars. Then nandito rin yung Hyundai with its Hyundai Tucson at saka Hyundai Palisade. Gusto ko yung interior ng Hyundai Tucson, mga 1.5 to 1.7 million ang price level niyan. Ito namang Hyundai Palisade is about 3.7 million na meron siyang captain seats dito sa second row. Very expensive itong unit na ito. And then nandito rin yung Hyundai Staria. Ito yung pumalit sa Hyundai Starex. And then meron ding display dito yung Subaru. In terms of styling, medyo conservative yung design ng Subaru. Pero sa interior naman, maganda yung quality ng mga materials na ginamit talaga. Yung, kita mo yung mga leather seats niya, magandang maganda. So malayo pa rin doon sa mga Chinese brands in terms ng quality ng interior. But in terms of sales, low volume seller pa rin ang Subaru sa Pilipinas. Pero marami pa rin mga loyal followers itong Subaru, especially kung ang kailangan mo yung mga all-wheel drive na mga crossovers. And then meron ding display dito yung Geely. Yung Geely kasi ay isa sa mga successful Chinese brands na nakapenetrate sa Philippine market. For example, nandito yung kanilang Geely Okavango, Geely M Grand, saka yung Geely Ascara. Interior-wise, maganda itong interior ng Geely Okavango. Kaya marami na ring mga followers ito sa Pilipinas. You can see the quality of the seats. Saka yung layout niya is maganda. Ito namang Ascara is not as successful compared sa Okavango o saka yung sa Coolray. Of course, nandito rin yung Chery. So, ang kanilang flagship yung Chery Tiggo 8 Pro. Ito yung kanilang plug-in hybrid. I think ang bestseller ng Chery is yung Chery Tiggo 8. Marami na rin akong nakikita sa daan nito at mukhang marami na rin talagang bumibili ng SUV na ito. And then, nandito rin yung mga different models ng Chery Tiggo. Yung Tiggo 7, yung Tiggo 5, at saka yung Tiggo 2. And then, nakita ko rin yung display ng Nissan. Andito yung Nissan Patrol na kalaban ng Land Cruiser. And then yung Nissan Terra na parang Black Edition. I like the design ng Nissan Terra. Meron kasi ako dati Nissan Terra model 2018. Yung bagong model ng Nissan Terra mas maganda na than the previous model that I had. Ngayon dito sa Black Edition, black na yung kanyang dashboard to coincide with the theme na Black Edition. Yan, kanya ng itsura ng interior ng Black Edition ng Nissan Terra. Black na yung kanyang dashboard. Ang kagandahan nito, bago na rin yung manibela niya kasi yung manibela dati ng Nissan Terra, hindi siya maganda, parang lumang-luma yung design. At ang isa sa mga advantage ng Nissan Terra, yung kanyang gravity seats. So, sa long drive, hindi ka basta mapapagod. Very comfortable yung seats niya. And then, nandito rin yung Nissan Almera. Alam mo yung Nissan Almera, maganda yung design niya . Actually, mahaba yung wheelbase, kaya very roomy sa loob. Kaya lang, parang medyo mahina yung benta niya. Ewan ko kung bakit. Pero to me, maganda siya . Kulang lang siguro sa push. And then, nandito rin yung display ng Nissan Kicks. Pinopromote nila yung e-power, yung electric motor ang nagdadrive ng kotse. And then, nandito rin yung Changan Auto. Itong Changan, meron akong nakita na isang model na medyo na-impress ako. Ito yung Changan Uni-K. 2-liter turbo siya, tapos 229 horsepower and 390 Newton meters of torque. Tapos, 8-speed transmission siya. Ang ganda ng interior niya. Yung sa second row, flat yung floor. Tapos ang lambot ng mga leather seats niya. The quality of the interior materials is also good. Tapos yung design ng kanyang interior, yung kanyang dashboard is modern, simple siya but very elegant. And meron pa siyang sunroof hanggang dun sa likod. You can see na ang laki ng legroom niya. Kita mo dito, very roomy siya. Flat kasi yung flooring, kaya kahit nakasakay ka dito sa gitna, komportable pa rin. Tapos yung speakers niya dito sa may headrest, Sony yung kanyang speakers. And look at the center console. Very clean yung design. Chinek ko rin yung mga buttons dito sa door, Makita mo dito, very tactile yung feeling. So, makita mo maganda yung quality. Even yung mga leather stitching, maganda rin, pulido. And you can see here also yung Sony speakers dito sa door. And then ang presyo pala nito is about 2.7 million. So at that price level, ang kalaban niya is yung Mazda CX-9 o kaya yung Kia Sorento. Pero to me, good looking siya. Not to mention, ang dami niyang mga features na magaganda based on my physical observation. I think this car will sell kung mapopromote lang siya ng maganda. But based on feedback, yung Chang'an models, magaganda naman. Yung CS55, CS35, maganda eh. Okay, punta naman tayo dito sa display ng Ford. Ang isa sa mga nakaagaw ng pansin sa akin dito is yung Ford Territory. Ito yung bagong model ng Ford Territory. Sa akin, ang laki ng improvement niya than the previous model. Ngayon, parang balance na yung design dun sa front at saka dun sa rear. Itong top-of-the-line model ng Ford Territory is medyo light yung color scheme niya. Parang medyo white at saka gray yung color scheme dun sa interior. And then, meron kang full sunroof. So, maganda yung design niya. And then, meron ka pang aircon vent dito sa second row. So, mukhang pulido yung pagkakagawa nito. So, makita mo na yung design niya, Chinese din talaga. Kasi ito namang Ford Territory is talagang from China din. Kaya lang nirebadge lang ng Ford. So, depende sa country, nag-iiba-iba yung mga pangalan ng kotse. Kasi minsan yung pangalan sa particular na kotse, sa particular na bansa, hindi maganda ang meaning sa ibang bansa. Kaya iniiba-iba nila ang pangalan. Pero dito sa Pilipinas, nirebadge na siya as Ford Territory. Then napansin ko din yung shifter nitong Ford Territory. Yan o, parang pinipihit na lang. Wala na yung talagang parang cambio. So modern na siya. So in terms of styling, I would say maganda itong Ford Territory. Simple yung design pero very elegant. I think this model will sell in the Philippine market. Then of course, nandito rin yung popular na new generation Ford Everest. Sa akin, in terms of quality at saka yung mga technology, nangunguna itong Ford Everest. Ang ganda ng design niya, exterior at interior man. And then yung riding comfort is very good. So if you're looking for a very nice SUV, itong Ford Everest ang marirecommend ko. Gandang-ganda ko sa kanya. Kasi napaka-modern ng features niya. Kita mo, laki pa nung kanyang screen. Tapos, very high-tech siya. And then, ang nakatawag ng pansin yung new generation na Raptor, no? So, parang sneak peek lang siya. So, hindi pa nila pinakita yung loob. But I think maganda raw yung features nito. So, kung naghahanap kayo ng magandang pick-up na nakaset-up na Ford Raptor ang maganda. And then, nandito rin yung Mitsubishi. Naka-display yung kanilang Black Series na Montero Sport. So, sa mga Japanese cars, so, Mitsubishi at saka Nissan at Subaru ang nandito. Wala yung Toyota, wala rin yung Honda, at wala rin yung Isuzu. At yung Suzuki, wala din. So in conclusion, parang naging show ito ng mga Chinese cars. Parang na-invade na tayo ng China. To give you an idea how large ang sales ng China sa buong mundo is they have sold 26 million cars in 2021, followed by USA at about 15 million. Compared mo sa Philippines, mga 300,000 cars lang ang ating annual sales per year. So China has already overtaken the United States in terms of car sales. So you expect China to really expand worldwide. At sa Pilipinas, nagsisimula na talaga sila. Just to give you an indication naman, dito sa Philippine market, ito yung figure ng last March 2023. Ito yung new car sales. So, ang nangunguna pa rin is really Toyota, which has about 45% of the market, followed by Mitsubishi and Nissan, and then Honda. Ford is number 5, followed by Suzuki at number 6, and then Isuzu at number 7. Please note also na yung Sojitz Auto Philippines, which is the distributor of Geely cars, is now number 8 for the month of March. So except for Geely, all other Chinese brands are still below the top 10. Now, if you compare year to date, yung first 3 months of 2023, number 1 pa rin si Toyota. Pero what you'll notice here, umakyat ng number 4 si Ford. Very close na siya kay Nissan. Siguro because of the launch of the new generation Ranger saka yung new generation Everest. But si Geely still holds the number 8 position. So na-overtake niya yung Korean na Hyundai at saka Kia. So as I said, yung Chinese cars will slowly creep into the Philippine market, especially dun sa mga electric vehicles because they are the leader in electric vehicles. Alright, hanggang dito na lang. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you again in my next vlog. Bye!